Wynwood. Now get ready for a great show with Bill Henley and Lori Wilson.
When people go to clean out their house, they always wonder, should I throw this away or is it going to be valuable someday? We're talking about antiques of the future around your house, and not just rare paintings or fine china, something like that. No, we're talking about common household items.
Like maybe a potato peeler or a tea kettle you got from your grandma. To help us sort through which of your everyday household items could one day turn into a cash cow for you is Lisa Roberts. She's written a book called Antiques of the Future. And the best part, she's from right here in Philadelphia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lisa Roberts to town. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Bill.
Beautiful book.
Thank you.
Love the concept because it's talking about very fashionable things and things that probably, if Grandma bought for you, she's one knowledgeable grandmother.
She would be. I don't think your grandmother would buy these things.
What are we talking about here exactly?
Well, these are a collection of household objects that are being made today that I believe, once they're no longer in production, will go up in value and become the antiques of the future because they represent the best of design in their time.
And you, with your architecture background, you've got a great eye for that.
Right.
What
yes.
can we look for?
Well, you know, a lot of these objects have won design awards. They're in museums. They've been designed by the famous architects and designers of today, and they've been touted by the press, and that's how I find out about them.
And really looking through your book kind of gives people an idea of things that they should be looking for.
Right. I cover a wide range of objects, you know, and you can see a selection of them here.
Well, this is a garbage can, first off.
Right.
But it's a very modern design.
Right. This is a trash can. It's called the Garbo can, and it was designed by a renowned industrial designer, and his idea was that even disposable objects can be well designed. And so this is kind of in the shape of a woman's bodice, so it's called Garbo after Greta Garbo. The handles are cut right out of the side. It's sold primarily at Bed Bath & Beyond for about $12. It's in museums all over the country, and it's no longer available.
See, this is one of the keys that you mention in your book is to act quickly when you see something you like.
Right, absolutely.
And I said I've seen this, and it always catches my eye, but I just never took the plunge. Now, and you paid how much, like $12 for this?
$12.
And now it's
and you own a museum piece.
I hope so.
And something as simple and as useful as a vegetable peeler as well.
This is called the OXO Good Grip Swivel Peeler, and it was designed by a company that was creating products for people with disabilities, but also it would look so good anybody would want to use it, and it's called Universal Design. This is in the permanent collection of the Museum of Modern Art, and it only sells for $6.99.
I do have that one.
You do?
I sprung for it.
But if you want to keep it as an antique of the future, buy two. One to use and one to put away.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Michael Graves has kind of been at the forefront of all this design, and this tea kettle was probably the thing that got the whole thing started.
And that's exactly right. This was created almost 22 years ago, and it was one of the first products to really enter the American market that was highly designed. It has sold over 1.5 million tea kettles at about $135 a pop, which is over $200 million of tea kettles.
$135 for a tea kettle?
Yes, and 1.5 million people have bought it.
But it looks great sitting on your stove. This is not one you put in the cabinet, right?
No, this is almost like architecture or, you know, art for the stove. But I use mine every day. I've used it every day for 20 years.
And my tea kettle whistles, but I never thought.
Well, this is a little whistling bird, and it's actually a rooster. And Michael Graves grew up on a farm, and the first sound he heard in the morning was the rooster crowing. So how apropos that should be the sound we hear.
Now, what is this?
Well,
Looked like a plant until you pulled it up there.
It did, didn't it?
this is called Myrtellino, and it's a toilet brush, and it's designed by a very famous Italian architect. And the idea here is that, you know, there's no product designers have ignored, including toilet brushes.
I was going to say, I never thought I would say a toilet brush is pretty, but it actually is.
In fact, toilet brushes, that's just big in the design world, isn't it?
It is, but this one you probably would not want to use, or it might lose its value.
And now this is, I've seen these everywhere. I have some of these at home because I just thought they were neat looking.
Right, this is the Voss water bottle, and what makes it distinctive is it almost looks like a bottle of cologne. And it's not what's inside the bottle that has won all the design awards, but actually the bottle itself.
Love it.
Love it.
You know, I was sitting at home last night thinking, what do I have that might be valuable, might make its way into the book? And I forgot to bring it with me, but I found some pictures of it on the internet. Take a look at this, look right up there, and tell me if this telephone, which used to appear in different spy shows and movies, if that is something that's going to be a design key of the future, or something that's going to be a future antique.
You know, Bill, you've got me on this one.
Have you not seen that? It's
I
an
have
Ericophone.
not seen this one.
They came from Europe. I think it was Sweden or Norway where they were produced.
Are you just being nice? You don't want to hurt his feelings.
When was that created? Do you know?
It was probably in the 50s and 60s, and I think they stopped making them in the 70s.
So my collection starts, it's 25 years old, so I collect really the late part of the
I see.
20th
So
century.
newer stuff then.
Newer stuff, things that you can still get today.
Well, I
Well,
love that.
the good news is you can get this book today.
Yes.